Hi everyone, I'm Zahor Hounas from, like he said, École des Mines de Saint-Étienne and EDF Research and Development Department. I'm presenting today the Web of Simulation ontology-driven framework for integrating the building performance simulation and IoT system for smart buildings. So I will begin with an introduction and presentation of a context and hypothesis. I will present then a contribution, which is WOZO-DF, and an experimentation, which is an implementation of this contribution, and I will finish with a conclusion of synthesis and perspectives. So, currently, smart buildings are equipped with IoT systems, and these IoT systems are made for the control and the monitoring of the building. So, the building is equipped with IoT sensors that made measurements, and according to these measurements, we made a choice to change the state of actuators to change the state of the environment. So, for example, a temperature sensor can sense the temperature, can measure the temperature in a room, which is a physical phenomena. And according to this temperature, we will decide if the heater has to be turned on or turned off. However, this kind of systems don't reflect all the physical phenomena that occur in a building. So, for example, we can measure the temperature, but we cannot measure the heat exchange between two rooms or between the room and the outside. And these kinds of physical phenomena can be modeled and simulated to anticipate their behavior over the time. So currently, these two systems are separated and work in silo. So we wanted to make them interoperable to optimize the decision-making process of the IoT system. So to do so, we wanted to go from the raw data, IoT data and simulation data, to provide a knowledge graph of the IoT and BPS data that are related. And to do so, we use and we go through the WOZO-DF, so the WOZO-driven framework, using the WOZO ontology. So this is an overview of WOZO-DF. So it begins with raw IoT and BPS data and generate an enriched unified knowledge graph. And we go through 6 steps. And the first is the data acquisition. So in this step, we retrieve a maximum of the data, whether be IoT data or BPS data. So then we analyze this data to define which limitations that hinder the interoperability between them. So we can pre-process this data in the next step to transform them and make them more usable. So the most important part of this framework is the data semantification, in which we choose which ontology we have to use to make these two systems interoperate. For this framework, we use WOZO, but it can be this ontology, but extended, so WOZO extended ontology. And it can be also another ontology if it fits more the needs of the application we wanted to use WOZO for. So after deciding which ontology we wanted to use, we link this and map these concepts to the data we pre-processed before and the data we needed for our application according to these needs. So after that, we generate in the data integration step, we generate the first knowledge graph, RDF graph, which which links the simulation data, so it can be inputs, outputs, or parameters, to the sensed data, to the measurement and the states of the actuators. The last step is the validation step, so we make tests using Sparkle queries to make sure that our RDF graph is complete and correct. And we also can infer new knowledge according to what we need in our application. So the result of this framework is an enriched and unified data of IoT and BPS systems. So WOZO ontology actually was presented in the last LDAC 2024 workshop in Germany. So we present it, and it's available on perl.org/WOZO. So this ontology, which is not the subject of today, but just to make it clear, is an ontology that describes the simulation as a component of an IoT system, a cyber component that can use the IoT devices to be executed and return outputs to be used in the IoT system and the control process of the IoT system. So we did an experimentation on a real building, which is Kaken's building, part of the EDF Research and Development Campus. So the building is represented by the 3D model and is equipped with IoT devices shown on the picture. So we have 3 different IoT solutions with different devices, and the building is also modeled, and we have the thermal model of this building. So this is an overview of the implementation of each step of the framework on the site Kakens. So we have the IoT system, which is composed of 3 different platforms, WattSense, Elona, and Etera, and each one has its own API. The thermal model of the building is provided as a Modelica, in a Modelica format, and the location data actually as provided as a documentation, so text and Excel files. In the data acquisition, we retrieved all the IoT data we needed for our applications, and it was returned in JSON files, each one with a different API. So the thermal model was retrieved in intermediate format that can allow us to be independent from the development tool, which is Dimola. And this allows us also to use it and execute the simulation using basic Python script, for example. We also extracted all the data, location data we needed into a CSV file. So the next step was to analyze this data, to identify the limitations of each one. So for the IoT data, we identified 3 main limitations. So the first one was the first one was the structure of the JSON files, which are very different from one another, and the structure can be invalid also. The naming convention were different, and it lacks location data, so we know which measurement made by which device, but we don't know where it is located in the building. So same for the thermal model. So this thermal model was initially provided in a way that we are dependent on the development tool. So we export it in the intermediate format, and we also make the data inputs and outputs of this model in a JSON format to be, so we can use them with the IoT data, sorry. The most important step is the data semantification. So we choose to use WOZO for this part. We extend it according to the concepts we need. We did the first mapping between the concepts of WOZO and the data we needed and the relationships we needed between these data, and we extended the WOZO ontology according to this. And this is how we generated our first RDF graph of the EDF building IoT data and the EDF building BPS data. So we performed some Sparkle queries to be sure that the retrieved data, so the returned data, match the expected ones, and that the RDF graph was complete and correct. We also inferred some new knowledge needed for our application, and the result was an enriched knowledge graph of EDF building data that can be used in different applications. And the specific applications we needed this graph to is the calibration of the simulation. So to calibrate this simulation, we needed to be able to compare between the IoT data and the BPS data of a similar zone, of similar locations. So we provide actually to other engineers of physics that needed this comparison. We provided this, we provided this knowledge graph and Sparkle queries to perform to be able to compare the two. So this is it. So I made a presentation of WOZO ontology we developed last year. The Web of Simulation Ontology Driving Framework, in which it's a process actually of how we use the WOZO ontology for a specific application in a real building. And our future work is to automate each step of this framework. Thank you. Any question?